So, hey everyone, welcome back to Teen Think Tank, the place where we break down the ideas which are shaping our generation and one conversation at a time. Today, we are talking about something that's already changed our lives, but without most of us noticing artificial intelligence. And joining me is Hussein. So, Hussein, welcome. Thanks, Zanubia. Happy to be here. And honestly, the topic is huge. People think AI is just ChatGPT answering questions, but it can already fake photos, clone your own face, clone your voice, and in seconds. Stuff that used to take hours in Photoshop.
Should we automate
Right.
away all the jobs?
Every technological revolution leads to job change, and this will be no exception.
Concerns over the rapidly expanding use of artificial intelligence.
The danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear weapons by a lot.
The machines taking over is a threat for everybody. It's a threat for the Chinese and for the Americans and for the Europeans. Just like a global
Right. And that is what makes this moment so different. AI has been developing quietly for years, but no one has ever noticed. But once ChatGPT went public in 2022, it became the fastest growing app in history. It hit a million users in 5 days, and Netflix took 3.5 million years to do that. And that speed is exactly why big companies panic and rush out their own versions. Google Bard, Microsoft Bing AI, Snapchat My AI, and even Duolingo and Air India jumped on it. But it's also why people like Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak signed a letter calling for a pause, saying AI could be a bigger risk to society than cars.
कर देना चाहिए.
Or even
Musk and
nuclear
hundreds of
weapons.
influential names, including Apple
let's start
co-founder
with
Steve
Stevie.
Wozniak, are calling for a pause in experiments, saying AI poses a dramatic risk to society unless there's proper oversight.
So let's start with the scariest one for us. Jobs. Jobs. Because even big technology shift has wiped out some jobs before. Cars replaced horses, carriages, ATMs replaced bank tellers, and robots replaced assembly line workers. But AI is different for two reasons. First, it doesn't just hit one history, it hits every history at once. Creative jobs nobody thought were at risk, like graphic design and music production. Second, the disruption happened fast. The World Economic Forum actually predicted 85 million jobs will disappear by 2025, but 97 million new ones will also be created. So it's less AI is a job killer and more that AI is a job category killer. The real answer is not that AI will take your job. It's that the person who knows how to use AI well will take your job. Exactly, and that's the huge wake-up call. Especially in countries where digital literacy is already low. If a huge chunk of people can't even use a computer properly, learning AI skills is going to be an even bigger lab. And which brings us to school. Remember when our teachers said that you won't always have a calculator and you won't always have a calculator. Well, now we all have super calculators in our pockets, and AI is next. The problem is that a lot of students first move is from using ChatGPT to cheat on homeworks, essays, assignments, and many more things. AI is short-term win, long-term loss. The actual skill you are one who suffers later. Countries like Japan are already setting guidelines. AI is fine for reducing teacher workload, explaining concepts, fast checking, but cheating is off limits. AI is not just a tool. AI is just a tool, and it depends on who is using it and why, which is the perfect seek into darker side. Political propagandas, and remember that Cambridge Analytica back in 2016, that scandal used machine learning to micro-target voters on Facebook, different ads for different people, fears, People worried about the environment saw one ad. People worried about immigration saw another. It played a real role in Brexit and the US election that, and it's only gotten more advanced. Since in India, a more photo of protesting wrestlers is smiling next to police, fool thousands of people online, and not in just India, in Pakistan and many other countries. Created in seconds, but it took people way longer to spot the fake, which is the unsettling part. AI can determine the trust faster than we can rebuild it. There's actually a great line for this. Artificial intelligence can save democracy unless it destroys it first. And it's not just politics. It's straight up scams. Voice cloning is a huge one now. Researchers found that with just 3 seconds of your voice, scammers can clone it with 83% accuracy and with accent too. In Pakistan, over 80% of AI voice scam victims lost money, and more than half over lost 50,000 rupees. In Australia, a high mob WhatsApp scam using AI generated voices tricked over 11,000 people out of millions of dollars. And that's terrifying because it's exploiting the trust in our own families. And a scam emails aren't even riddled with bad grammar anymore because AI writes them perfectly now. Zooming out even further, this isn't staying out on our screens. Companies like Boston Dynamics already have robots like Atlas that can move and problem solve. Physically pair that with something that ChatGPT, and you get robots that can think, talk. And there's also a humanoid robot, Amica, running on ChatGPT 4 that holds full conversations. Full conversation. It's wild and honestly a little unsettling to imagine that where it goes next. Historian Noah Harari has even said AI could eventually write its own religious text and gain followers. That's long-term stuff, but it shows how far this could go. So here's the real takeaway. So for us as a generation, this isn't about getting left behind it. The people who learn to use AIs are the real ones who will thrive. So couldn't agree more. Stay curious, stay skeptical of what you are seeing online, and don't be afraid to actually learn the tools instead of just using them to cut corners. And that's it for today's episode of Teens Think Tank. If this got you into thinking, share it with a friend, drop your thoughts in the comments, and we will see you next time as we break down with the next big idea shaping our world. So, Allah Hafiz.